and bring in Mark Meirowitz, who's a constitutional lawyer and professor at the State University of New York Maritime College. He joins us live now from New York. Mark, first of all, thank you very much for your time. Now, are you surprised that this bill was passed, and what are your thoughts on it?
Well, I'm not surprised that the bill is passed. I mean, look, the Republicans have the majority, but remember that Trump was pushing this very, very strong. In fact, he pushed it so strongly that Senator Tillis, who was opposed to the bill and voted against it, has now announced that he's not running for re-election. That's a lot of pressure. And actually, in the last minutes, they made a deal with Senator Murkowski of Alaska to calm the cuts on certain SNAP benefits for food assistance that Alaska would have been hit with tremendously. So it's kind of the art of the deal. So Trump's the one, he's the invisible hand that we say with Adam Smith behind this. But at the end of the day, it was a 50-50. And they needed the vice president to come in. So again, it was kind of a little bit up in the air, but at the end of the day, it's passed. But now it goes to the House. And in the House, there may be some difficulty because the fiscal hawks, the strong Freedom Caucus people don't like elements of the bill. They want significant tax cuts. They also don't like the elements of the bill, which is 940 pages, which will add to the deficit, millions and trillions of dollars to the deficit. You know, it's a very difficult situation. Also, the Democrats are very critical of this, and the majority in the House is very narrow. In fact, I remember Hakeem Jeffries, the leader of the Democrats in the House, calls it the big ugly bill or something like that. So it's not received with great warmth by Democrats. So we have a bit of a fight coming in the House, and the Senate was narrow.
As you say there, it was very narrow. It was the slightest of margins, whether you call it the big, beautiful bill or, as you said there, the big, ugly bill. It's certainly big. There's no dispute over that. How risky is it for Trump to put everything he wants in one bill?
Well, you know what it is, though? We're only a few months into Trump, right? Okay, so we have the tariffs. We've got the big, beautiful bill. We've got the big Supreme Court decisions. So if you look at the balance sheet on this, Trump is getting victory upon victory, but we don't know for sure how it all plays out, as you correctly point out. Finally, I would say we don't know how the final bill is going to look when the House, again, there has to be a reconciliation between the House and the Senate, since under our law, the House and the Senate have to pass, in effect, the same bill when it goes to the president. So there's a bit more negotiation going on. So I think the end of the day is we really don't know the implications of it, but it's big, it's powerful, and either it's going to be successful or the Republicans are going to get blamed for it and they'll lose in the midterm elections coming in 2026. So a lot hinges on the success of this. But like with many things that Trump does, he jumps in, he does it, and then he sees how it's going to play out. So we don't know how it's going to play out. So it could be the biggest success, or it could be the big disaster, as you pointed out, that the Democrats are saying it's going to ruin our economy.
Mark, really appreciate your thoughts. Thank you very much for your time, Mark Meirowitz, speaking to us live there from New York.